Thanks for tapping in to Undiscovered Gems and Let's Chat and Jam. How y'all doing, everybody? MC Andrew Love back on your screen and your speakers one more time. And it's been a while since I've been on Let's Chat and Jam, and this is the first episode in quite some time. However, the reason why I had to come back with another episode is because I was looking out on Facebook, and I'm part of this beautiful community of independent artists. And I had to show love to an artist that I heard on there. She stood out to me, folks, because she is wonderfully gifted. And she's got a story behind what she does and why she does it. And I'm interested in her letting you guys know just who she is and what she's all about. So without further ado, folks, and as far as you know, I'm going to let her tell you where she's from and why she's in the music and why she does her businesses, because she's very multifaceted. Oh, I'm so excited, folks. So without further ado, let me bring in the one and the only Jada Flowers.
Hey, everyone on YouTube, Facebook, all around cyber world. How are you all doing? Well, my name is Jada. Go ahead.
Thank you for coming through. I just want to thank you for coming in. And so the question, well, you just started saying it, but I'm going to edit it so they won't even hear all this extra parts. But so what I wanted to ask you, Jada, is, you are in the music. That's how I saw you. I saw a music video. Then I saw your story. And then I'm like, yo, this woman is talented. And then I saw a performance in there within the story of you covering a song. And I'm like, yo, this woman is dope. And that's why I had to invite you to my show. And this, like I said, is the first episode in the podcast of Let's Chat and Jam in quite some time. And I had to start with Jada Flowers because she's really talented, folks. And if you want to hear her music, you got to go, well, I'm going to play a couple of her songs on Undiscovered Gems this weekend. This is coming Saturday. So make sure you tap into that. So, Jada, tell the folks where you're from. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, I'm originally from Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee, born and raised, but came here, like I said, I'm in Birmingham, Alabama. My mother, she ran for governor and made history 2022. And so I'm here by the way of God. I'm just saying sometimes you never know where you're going until you just go. So I'm here and I'm just trying to make as much noise as possible. So just trying everything. But far as music, I've been doing music all my life. And for me and music, my daddy, he was in a quartet group, and he was like the head of the quartet group, and that was a gospel group, and it was called Gospel Tones Balcor. And my mother also, she dealt with music as well all her life. So both sides of my family was, really heavy in music, playing instruments and just performing all together. But as far as for me, what kind of created Jada kind of like to be in her own lane is I knew that financially, when you're in independently, it's real hard. But in order for you to kind of push your music and it be seen, you have to have so much music or so many strings or whatever. And so what I did was created my own element, my own wave. Could nobody tell me, yo, you're not gonna be seen. I just kept pushing. So this year was one of the first years where just pushing it the way God told me, just tell your story, do your thing, and just get it out there. I've been recognized and given awards and things of that nature, something that I never thought that I could do. And all I wanted to do was touch people, with my story.
I'm digging the vibes, Jada Flowers. I really am. So who are some of your greatest influences? Like as far as
musically, to be honest with you, I'm not like a die-hard fan with anybody. I think because I've been writing music since I was 10. But anybody that gave me a direction in music was like Aretha Franklin, Lauryn Hill, you know what I mean? Most importantly, my mom and my dad. Like, I sat around listening to them, and music for us in our culture music and food was a thing to kind of like break barriers in our culture. You know what I mean? Right along with prayer, manifesting. I think in our culture, that's our strength. You know what I mean? Well, especially when you press people, you know?
Oh yeah, I'm digging the vibes. I really am. Music can change people's lives.
Yes,
Music is powerful.
it is.
That's why we got to use it wisely.
Yes.
And this music industry that's out now, the music that's out today,
Oh,
tell me your
yes.
thoughts on it. Tell me your thoughts on what's going on in the music industry.
Well, to be honest with you, it's always been. Right now, it's crazy when you have when you really are spiritual and you really believe in the word that God manifests and he placed that for us to kind of like go based on. It's already been foretold. And it's crazy is how bold he says Satan is going to be in the end time. So this already been, and people have always said what was going on. But what we thought or what we said was, oh, that person's crazy, or it's just critical thinking, or you really don't, that's just false, or whatever the case may be. When he talks about spiritual wickedness in high places, it's not just in the industry, it's in politics, it's in any place where you have an element of power that is pressed by people that are in power with money or just in power and all. So it's already been. So this right here is just, I think, you ever heard the statement, what's done in the dark come to the light, right? That's all it is. Every dog got his day. And so like when people say you can be running and throwing these rocks and hide your hands, one day somebody gonna catch you. So I live based on those type of things in my life to let me know that no one is unscathed. No one is not going to be just not judged. You know what I mean? I don't care what type of life you live. Somebody's going to see it.
I could dig the vibes. I really
Yeah,
can. So it's no secret, Jada, that you are self-made.
I am.
You told
I
me
am.
this when we first spoke. You said you do everything on your own. You're your own boss. You own your own little empire over there. And
Yeah.
so I want to talk about it. So tell me, when did you first thought about becoming your own boss, and what did you do first, and how did you implement it?
Oh wow. What did I do first? I think everybody individually have talents, right? And what I did is I had many talents. And my many talents consisted of catering, taking care of people, cooking, um, raising children that are not mine. All of these implemented with people, being able to deal with people. So to just begin, music always been just always been a leeway for me to be able to tell my story. When you listen to my music, you have a date, a time that I released it. That's what I was going through at that time, that very moment. You know what I mean? And so when it comes down to things that I do, it has to have a purpose, okay? I don't wake up in the morning with no purpose. I don't leave out this house without a purpose. So even if I have a day that I have nothing planned, I won't leave out this house unless I have a purpose. So I think my mission and everything that I do is be able to touch somebody and make sure that my day was purposeful. So if I does not have any purpose, then I'm saying I'm actually my whole day was just in vain. And so we got 24 hours in a day. If you take any of that time and you don't do it purposely for the greater, okay, not the greater within yourself, but just for the greater in all humanity, because I feed the poor, I do all of those things. But if I don't, that's that light to get cut off. Not many people have those type of gifts. You know what I mean? Where you're a steward. You know what I mean? That God can use, or a man or a person that needs somebody can use. You know what I mean? In a way that can help. So yeah.
All right. So tell me what it is you do. What other
Okay.
businesses you
Well,
got going on?
okay. Let me just break it all down. Well, first I promote, manage. I produce my own music. I make my own beats. It's nothing that you hear that ain't authentically Jada. or family. My brother, he makes beats as well. So I pretty much utilize strengths of the people that's around me. Say, Vince, if by meeting you, getting to know you, I will be able to know your strengths so I can see how I can be better sharpened. You see what I'm saying? I utilize everybody in that way. And if I by meeting you is not an elevation in me nor in you, what we did was waste time. And I'm just gonna be honest with you. So what I do is I create an element where people see, okay, this Black woman, she's able to bring people together that don't like each other. Like right now in my city, you have so many people in, Alabama. You can hear it all over the news how oppressed these people are and how much killing and murder it is. But when folk can call me or Miss Flowers in a ring of wanting to be justified or just being heard or wanting justice, that gives you power to say, okay, somebody believes in what you're doing. Somebody believes that you can make waves or make motion or you can break barriers. And so all my life I've been like that. And so being here in Alabama for me, it's been a historical thing for me because I'm not from here. But my mother, she's from here. She's in her 60s. She's seen the oppressions of here. You see what I'm saying? She was around when the young sisters was blown up. Matter of fact, she was in a church down the street from there. So to be able to be in that time in 2022, being a young woman, angry at society, okay? Now, I'm talking about Jada now. Seeing the pressures on both sides, coming from out of town, coming to a place and being like, wow, my people, how ignorant or how uneducated and really want to know why. I had to get out here. I had to get out here and I had to get to know the people. I had to get to know why they were so pressed. You see what I'm saying? So I do believe that even with my music, if you listen to my music, it's talking about change. It's talking about empowerment. It's talking about God. It's talking about love. It's talking about everything that creates an element of unity, just to be honest with you. And so, that's what this music is losing. It's losing its essence. It's losing its testimony and its storytelling. You remember back in the day when rap music was storytelling. It talked about the oppressions of that time. Then we had something that came out and it was crazy. But see, you got to know that not everybody know how to utilize and use a key to success. You either have those that are placed in position to keep you bound. Even as far as slavery, you had that one man or black woman that was the one who was going to tell massa or whomever that was in charge what was going on. We always have that one to keep us, in line. So, of course, he's going to, when we're in whatever type of life, whatever culture you're in, it's not just about racism. When I speak like that, I'm just saying in position of power. It don't matter. We have people in position of power. Then you have folk that's going to do stuff the way they want to do it, and it's not going to honor the right way. But so I feel like me doing it this way, I'm able to honor and do it the right way. You know what I mean?
I'm digging the vibes. I really am. So you got some advice to the young ladies out here that want to do something positive or that want to do what you're doing, or maybe some young girls that want to be an artist. They want to get into music. They want to make music. Do you have some advice for these people?
Learn the business first. When you learn something, then that's power. Can't nobody tell you what you don't already know. Can't nobody tell you about your strengths and your talent. They need you. The thing is, anyone that knows that you're powerful, they're only going to represent who you are. So if you don't know your power, then you're not going to be best represented. So the thing is knowing what you want to do. I don't care if you're flipping burgers. Know what you want to do and stand firm. And don't let nobody tell you how to do your job. If you know that you got a story to tell, and that's what's so crazy about music. You might have like the finest song, but as soon as the industry here, they want to tweak it up and change it. And then it takes the essence out of your story. If it's yours, own it. Stand in it. So I don't care if you're a woman or a man, if you're an artist and you want to thrive, Find what works for you. Everybody's rhythm is not the same.
Yeah, I could dig the vibes. Gotta be original. That's
Yes, you
what
do.
made music industry so great in the past, is that there was one of everyone.
It was. Now we got a whole lot of little babies. A whole little babies. Everybody sound the same. Everybody sound like Future. It's nobody that sounds unique. When you heard Aretha, when you heard the Shy Lights, when you heard all of them, say, I'm not no old soul. I'm an old soul, but I'm not old. But these are the people that I could say, okay, you knew who that was when they sung. Okay. Now y'all know who's saying. You got to ask everybody, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that?
Yeah, it's sad because I don't even listen to the radio anymore.
I don't either. I don't either.
And Undiscovered Gems, the radio show that I produce, comes out every Saturday at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern time on the Block 105 radio.
All
Streaming
right.
on Live 365 on the block105.com. I highly emphasize R&B and hip hop. But the R&B and hip hop I do like to play is stuff from the old days, back in the day, classics. I'm talking stuff from like the 90s that are, to me, came out yesterday.
Yeah.
But to the people like yourself who are young, that's old. That's back in the day.
Because in the 90s, for me, I understood it. You know what I mean? I think because I jumped off the porch a little earlier. And so I guess I always, when I listen to music, I listen to the story. I listen to the words. Now I'm listening to the beat. Now the beat is accommodating to the person. When it used to be the person accommodating to the beat. You know what I mean? It's really backwards.
Yeah, back in those days, you go to the studio, you're working with the producer, and you're doing the track as you're building the song up. So it's like everything goes together. Everything makes sense. Because then you had that bridge, because that back in those days, a song was a full song, a full thought, a full idea. It was like 5 minutes.
5 to 6 minutes. Tell it. Come on now.
Yeah. Back in those days, like when I was a kid, they used to have 8 tracks. Yeah. And then they had cassettes come out. But we always had records. We always had the vinyl, the 12-inch. Right. And we always had the single, which was the 32-inch that went a little faster. But I loved my records. Like I would go to the record store and I would buy records. I would ask my mom for $20. I could go get 2 albums. They were $7.99 a piece, so I had change back.
Go get you a slice of pizza. I know what time it was.
Yeah, those
can't do none of that no more.
No, you can't, man. It's just like people got greedy. They started raising prices.
Yeah, and so you could be able to hear the music before you purchase it. It was just it was a different time. It was a different time.
Those were the good old days, man. Gas prices was only like 99 cents a gallon.
$1.12 in that area. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my dad used to give me like $2 a week in allowance, but that was enough for me to go get a lot of gross stuff from the store. I could make $2 stretch, man. I can make $2 stretch.
Come on now.
Yeah,
but today you can't do nothing with them $2 now.
You can't even buy Snickers for $2 anymore.
It's what, $2.99 now. That is crazy. I stopped eating candy just because of that reason. People got greedy, man. Like the earth stays. See, this is the thing, man. Human beings like to cash in on each other. Then this country was built on capitalism anyway. So it was like, let's go and get what we want and make as much money as we want for our families. Because the immigrants came here, they had no money. It was like their country, they were broke, they were poor. So they came over here for a dream. They said, oh, this is free place, free trade over here. We can make money. And that's how organized crime became so
so prevalent here is because it paid a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
because
and now
it's the pressures of pressing out the people, and now they can't help but thrive and try to get somewhere because they got to take care of their families.
Yeah, and so a lot of people say, back in the day, I did it because I got a family, I got to feed them, and nobody else is going to help me. I can't get a job, so what I got to do? I got to go out and make ends meet by any means necessary.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So if it happens to take advantage of another person, oh well, that's what I'm going to do.
Right. Right.
And it's not cool, man. It's not cool at all.
It's not cool.
We gotta take care of each other, man. Because at the end of the day, we're all human beings, and we came from God Himself.
Come on, say it.
Yeah, He's the reason why we're here anyway. He doesn't do anything by accident or happenstance. He makes ways out of no ways.
Come on, say it. Say it.
And I'm not religious, but I'm faithful.
But truth. Truth is truth. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's crazy how we are so ignorant that we can see the truth and not acknowledge or not hold up. We can acknowledge it, but not accept it. You see what I'm saying? Many of us are not going to accept. And so I think the holy man, and I'm just gonna say like it's not everybody know him, the holy man, for keeping me grounded, because I've seen him work for me. I've been left for dead. I've been through some things. And so for me to be able to tell my story, and I tell people that's my outlet to continue to thrive. So guess what? Even when I'm gone, my legacy and vibrations keep going. You see what I'm saying? It's something big about vibrations that people don't realize. It's vibrations in your voice that even when you say hello, that it carries. And so for me, baby, even when I'm gone from here, spiritually, I will carry. You understand?
Yo, I am so proud that I met you. You are a wonderful person, man. you are so full of light. It's joy. It's a privilege to have met you and be in your presence. I'm so glad you woke up this afternoon when I called, because this is a great show, because I'm talking to one of the most illest females on the planet, man. Yeah, you really represent for women, man. You represent Black excellence.
Thank you so much. All I need now is some of that good excellent money. Look, but I know that if I keep working, it'll come through. It'll come through.
Yeah, money comes to those that earn it, and you're earning it, so it's gonna happen. Now that people are gonna see you, because I'm gonna make sure they see you. I'm gonna blast you all over the place. Yeah, I'm gonna put you on blast, man. Yeah, Jada Flowers, man. You gotta tap into Jada Flowers, folks, man. You really got to. You got to go listen to her music wherever you can find it, and that's what she's gonna tell you now, folks. So where can these people find you?
Okay, well, I'm on SoundCloud, Jada Flowers. I'm also on BandLab. I'm everywhere. I'm on YouTube, Jada Flowers. I'm on Facebook, Jada Flowers. I'm on Instagram, Jada Flowers. I'm on TikTok, Jada Flowers. My thing is when you go to all of those platforms, you're going to find different times, different motions, different things about Jada. I could be modeling. I could be doing my acting. I could be just in my aura, just being who I am. And I tell everybody, get to know me. Don't second guess getting to know me. And you can't get to know me if you don't tap into everything. Just get ready. Because when God moves for me, y'all will see it.
I already know he's moving mountains for you. You're blessed.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry about that. Had a phone
I know
call
somebody just called you and tried to interfere with this godly conversation.
And you better know
I think that was the other guy trying to put a monkey wrench in our plans.
But guess what, though? We got to do this again. And next time, it's not going to be as I woke up, putting on my little t-shirt, and y'all will get to see me ready. But see, I think that even seeing me in this order.
You know something, Jada? I just thought we can have a show together.
Yeah, and we can turn up.
Yes, and we can have special guests come in on the show. You could be the co-host. I could be your co-host. Oh, somebody's calling again.
It's okay. We're gonna get it down.
Good thing that I'm using the audio, not the video part.
That's
So,
all right.
okay, now I'm gonna by the okay. So I'm gonna say goodbye. No, but I'm gonna say goodbye afterwards because now I'm gonna record segments for the radio show. Because now
Okay.
we're gonna talk about the songs you want to talk about. Your 2 songs that you're gonna send
Okay.
me. You know what you're gonna send me, so we can talk about.
Yeah.
What's the names
Okay.
of the songs?
The first one will be Time. Time has been streaming. The first day I put it up, it was over 1,000 views, and that was just me doing a visual of me outside and me telling my
It
daughter,
was
"Hey,
YouTube.
take these pictures." Yes, it's on YouTube. So they kind of like told me like this will be the first song that you're gonna do your video for. So the video release party for that is on my birthday, May the 8th. So y'all will
Oh,
see also on that on YouTube, you will see like 20, 30 seconds of
okay.
the premiere. So
Save all this because now I gotta set it up the right way.
that's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, I gotta set it
We
up.
got this. Yeah, we got this. So yeah, when
Oh.
would you want to talk again?
Oh no, I'm not done yet. I
Okay.
gotta record this part for the radio show.
Okay.
I'm working on segments. We've already did
Okay.
the podcast. We've already did. Man, you're a wanted woman.
I just texted and told them, look, I can't talk. I'm in the meeting. It's crazy, but you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, you just everybody wants to speak to Jada Flowers, man. You are like the woman about town. I don't know why you don't run for mayor or something.
Yes, Lord. That's everybody told me I should run for something because my mother's running. If
You
you
should run
get
for like
this,
city council or something.
I know everyone keeps telling me something like that.
Because you seem to be popular with your neighborhood.
I am. Hold on for 1 second and we'll keep going.
All right, go ahead. Do you think? Thanks for tapping in Undiscovered Gems. How y'all doing, everybody? MC Andrew Love back on your speakers one more time. And I'm here with an artist named Jada Flowers, man. She is one of the illest singers I have ever heard. And I'll tell you, folks, I met Jada Flowers on Facebook out of all places because I am part of this amazing group of independent artists, and they submit their music in this chat group and they promote themselves. And then the guy that runs the chat group highly he highly suggests that you keep promoting yourself in this platform and share what it is you do. And that's how I met Jada Flowers, folks. I was like solely taken aback by her excellence and her Black excellence. Yeah, I say Black excellence because she's really professional and she defines herself by being herself. And that's why I had to bring her to the show, folks. It's because Jada Flowers is the shiznit, and that's just the way it is. And she brought in 2 songs today, folks. She did, and we're going to talk about these songs today on this show and this episode. And Jada, the first song we're going to talk about is that song "Time."
Yes,
So,
Time.
how did that come about?
Well, that song was a chapter of a love story, which was an ex, and it was just like this chapter has got to end. So when it says time, I spoke about in segments of what I was going through, and so the end of that was just summing up. Yo, this chapter got an end. It's like my life. Everything that I do, I'm doing it in segments and chapters, kind of like how you say with what you're doing in your profession. Oh, we're gonna do this in segments. You know what I mean? It's like my life is like a motion picture. You know what I mean? Everything that I do has so much in depth. So even with time in the beginning, when I dial up and I called him, and so it was in the essence. Actually, I called him and I recorded that that phone call. And it was just such in the essence, just to let them know, look, I gotta speak to you about this. You know, I'm done with this. I'm tired of being disrespected. You know what I mean? Undervalued. You know. So that song "Time" it's not just a woman song or a man. So I feel like it's for anyone that's been in love and hurt. And so you just got enough. Instead of you spazzing out, you just calm as you can be. I'm good. You know. So yeah.
Well, I'm thinking the vibes on this song "Time." I really am. And I can't wait for y'all to hear it, folks, because you're going to like, man, I've been through this. I can relate.
Yeah.
And that's why we brought Jada Flowers to the show, folks, to highlight what she can do, because she's really talented. And you got to tap into her on all her platforms. SoundCloud, we can hear her music. Instagram, where you can see her modeling and all the other stuff. You can see what she does for the community, folks. Yeah. Jada Flowers is really professional. She's really a positive person. And she really does a lot for her community. So much so that she's so busy that every time we talk, somebody's calling her. You know, she's a very wanted woman out there in Alabama. And people love her out there. And that's why she needs to run for something out there and go to Washington and spark change for her community. Because we need more sisters like her stepping up. Because, you know, there's a lot of sisters out here that are lost and that are misguided. And it's really a scary situation when you see your sisters out there on drugs. Yeah. In the throes of addiction. Because you got these guys out here that just don't care. Like they'll find themselves a young, impressionable girl. And they start feeding her things like drugs. Mm-hmm. And then they feed her ego by giving her money, giving her something to eat, giving her a place to stay, taking her out on dates. They make her feel like she's the best woman out there. She's the only woman for him. Next thing you know, he's controlling her and she can't get out. And now she's stuck in the throes of addiction. She's always wanting to get high, and she does anything to get that high. And she doesn't realize, she doesn't realize what she's doing to herself. She doesn't see it. And that's what's I see it all the time in my profession. I do a Medicaid transportation throughout the day. That's my day. That's my other passion. I love driving, and I love taking people to their doctor's appointments. And I love helping people. That's my profession. But this is my side profession because I love interviewing people and putting them on Front Street and letting people know just how dope and talented they are. And Jada Flowers, you are one talented individual. I mean, you're very intelligent. You're so intelligent. It's amazing. You are Black excellence, like I said in Let's Chat and Jam. You are Black excellence, and you stand up for the Black woman, man. You put, man, you give Black women a great name everywhere.
Oh wow, thank you so much. I'm a firm believer about leading by example. It's no sense for all of us to be acting a fool. So if we see one woman that's been through so much and she still got her head up, that goes for any man. That you see someone that's been through the trenches and you see them with their head held high, it should inspire you to keep your head held high. So it don't matter what you're going through. I don't care if it's drug addiction. It could be not feeling adequate, or even dealing with somebody in your past life or present life, family, or even love. What we have to do is you got to stand on your beliefs, and not only that, get to know yourself. I think that's the problem with a lot of people. So we're so misled because we don't know ourselves. Still trying to find ourselves. So.
I'm digging the vibes on that. All right, folks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start playing the music, and you're going to hear some music. And we're going to come back with another segment when we talk about her second song she sent us. But right now, you're going to hear the song Time. And that song is coming up right now. All right. That's that segment. And now
okay, so we'll do it for the second part. Yeah.
Yeah, for the second song. What's that song called?
It's Brand New.
Brand New. That sounds like talking about your life right now.
It is.
You brand new right now. You brand new.
It is.
Because you gave your life over to your Lord.
Well, it's been my foundation. I feel like If you give it from the foundation, they won't, disturb and strafe along. So I've always had them. I think we all have our place. We all try to find our way, right? We all have been in the streets. We don't look. We ain't accustomed to just being goody two shoes at all. But I felt like when God sent me out there, it was still a mission. I still was talking about them. Whatever I was going through. If I was selling drugs in that season, taking pills in that season, God, He sent me through those segments so I can be a blessing to other people and also be blessed. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to go through things in order to be a testimony to somebody else. And if anybody knows, half of the people that has these allocates and preachers and ministries and things of this nature, they forget the site. They forget the mission. They get on that pulpit, they get on that stage and forget that they need to go to the highways and byways. They got to go to the slums. So they forget. So how can you find a lost sheep if the shepherd's staying inside the barn? So that's just how I feel about it.
Oh yeah, I could dig the vibes on that one. So now we're gonna start the second segment of Undiscovered Gems.
Okay.
Thanks for tapping in to Undiscovered Gems. You've heard Time by Jada Flowers. Beautiful song, well written. I'm very sorry for your loss in that relationship, but you had to get it off your chest. You had to let the guy know this is how I'm feeling, and right. I'm sorry, man. I just gotta let you go, man. This is it. It's too toxic.
Yeah,
and you stood on faith on this one, because you could have been like other women, that I know that stay in relationships even though they're not happy.
That's right.
And this guy, maybe their man is not cheating. Maybe he's a good guy, but he just ain't doing enough. And he doesn't see it. He doesn't hear her when she speaks. Because women speak and sometimes they speak in body language. Yes. And sometimes women speak with hand gestures. And sometimes they speak with their heart and they speak with words. Right. And most of us guys, we're so in their own little world that we don't hear her when she speaks.
Yeah.
We don't even see her when she's throwing these visible motions at us, like facial expressions.
Right.
And when a woman gets fed up, like R. Kelly said, he's a sick man.
Hey, nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. There's nothing you could do about it. And he was speaking truth for that song.
That's right.
Yeah,
because
I've been in those relationships where I just didn't do enough. And I think it was on purpose because I wasn't happy either.
That's right.
Because it takes two to make a relationship go right.
That's right.
It's called give and take. Now she gives, then I give.
Right.
And it's like, but I'm not taking anything because I'm always giving, and she's always giving. So it's like, oh, okay. So we're both got something going on here. We're both giving of ourselves.
Right.
So I'm putting 100% of myself in here. You putting 100% of yourself. Now we got 200% in this relationship.
That's right. And see, that's the key. When you give of yourself, people don't realize giving of yourself means what you're able to give, not what somebody thinks you're supposed to give, because they're not yourself. They're not you. You're your own self. And so that's why I hate people say 50-50. It's no way. If you sit around and you try to put a number on the things a woman or a man does, it's just no way. That means you have too much time thinking about what he's doing, so you ain't done nothing.
Yeah, and that's another thing, man. It's another thing. See, a lot of females, right?
Right.
They don't trust men. Right from the giddy up, they don't trust men. So what they do is they say, yo, I need to see your phone. Matter of fact, I want to know your codes. I want to know your code. See, if you trusted him, right, you wouldn't have to know his codes. Right. As a matter of fact, if you showed him the respect that he deserves, he wouldn't even be acting the way he's acting.
That's
because he feels like he's damned if he does and he's damned if he isn't.
Yeah.
Because now you think you're cheating on him, like he's cheating on you. So you're going to treat him as such, as suspect. Or you're going to be like, oh, everything you do is suspect. Because you are taking your old relationship that you had in the past with previous dudes and you're putting it in this current relationship. Come on, man.
You can't take your baggage over to the next.
Are you feeling me, brothers? No, it doesn't make any sense.
And see, the reason why that is because you can't start a new book and you don't know how to end the other one. You can't go in. It's just like it's with Harry Potter. There's no way you're gonna know what's going on if you don't read from one chapter to the next. It's different sequels. So until you close that chapter and that part is ended, you can't go into the next one knowing what's going on with a full mind to understand how to move or elevate yourself. If this, you got side effects, the same side effect. If that man that you left put his hands on you, vice versa, if a woman that you dealt with in the past cheated on you. See, it's characteristics. People don't realize characteristics. And so once your mind is open to the characteristics of people, then you should be able to read those lines and keep it pushing. Okay.
You know something, folks, and Jada, this is something that really irks me with relationships, especially with guys. So you don't have self-control, and you know you don't. You don't.
Right.
You know that when you see a female, you're gonna oogle at her like she's the first female you've ever seen. You know, that's what you're gonna do. And you know this, right?
Right.
So let's say you meet Jada and you're like, damn, Jada, you're the best looking woman I've ever seen. Yeah. Holy cow. I'd like to get to know you more. And Jada, being the kind-hearted person she is, she's like, sure, we could get to know each other. No problem. I'll get to know you. We be friends. Let's be friends first. Because I don't know you like that. So I don't get down like that. I don't get down
it
like
like
that.
You know, because you're saying the same thing I actually say. It's like you are in me.
So let me tell you something, folks. This is the response that she usually gets from those sucker men. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, cool. We can be friends. And then they don't even talk to her no more. But you know why? Because it wasn't real. It wasn't real.
And if I had a gave in, it would have been done the same way, even if I had a gave in. You understand?
Yeah, and this time your heart would have been attached and you'd have been pissed.
Come on, them spirits, honey, call it spiritual ties, baby, would have been so tied to that old crazy thing.
That dude would have been like, oh my God, I ruled the day that I fucked with Jada Flowers.
Do you not know it's crazy because I was doing the second series of the web series because you've seen the first one of my life. And everything I talked about not being able to be in business with men and being raped and mistreated and things like that, it came up. And God told me, he said, start recording. And it was a guy that had liked me, but we were supposed to be just friends. And that's it. He knew my stance on just want to be your friend. And that's it. This man showed himself and pressed himself on me and then called me out. My name and I got it on recording. And the last conversation I gave him, I said, I've known you for 3 years. I said, this is the second time you've done that to me. I said, but I would never be around you again. I said, and you will be on the web series. I said, and you will see what you've done.
Oh, I want to see this myself.
Yes. And so God told me to because it was getting uncomfortable, very uncomfortable, to a point where the man came up out of his clothes. Now, remember, we fully dressed. I'm in one other room and you come all the way into another room and you strip your clothes off and try to make advances and push yourself on me. And that was creepy. So you can hear, and I don't cuss, but my emotions, okay? When you've been hurt, you think that you healed it up. Sometimes you just put it in the closet and it came out. I was enraged, okay? And although it was good footage, I could feel that pain as that little girl. You know what I mean? Felt that pain. You know what I mean? But then let me know that I have to tell my story, you know?
Yeah, you got to tell your story. I can't wait to see that video.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But
hey, I want to say something to that dude, man. I want to say something to him right now. This is from a man to a man. All right. what you did was a bitch move. All right. See, women are not bitches. Okay, folks. I'm gonna just say this right now. Women are not bitches. Those are female dogs. Okay.
Come on, say it.
That's the real meaning of the word bitch. It's not even a curse word. It's not even a curse word. It's a word describing a female dog.
They
in
give
the dictionary,
birth over
folks.
And over and over again. Okay?
But a woman is not a bitch. So stop calling her out of her damn name. And you do. You go in there and you go in there naked, swinging balls and all. Nobody want to see that shit. Nobody want to see that shit.
That's right.
Come on, man. That is some coward ass shit. That's a bitch ass move.
It was.
If I ever seen a meaning of the word female dog, bitch, that was you, dude. Men are bitches too. Just like Ice-T said.
You know
So what you did, dude, was a sucker move, and you're a pedophile, man. That's what I'm saying. Because that's what rapists do, pedophiles do. They show themselves, they expose themselves to females. Yo, I'm surprised. Yo, you better watch your daughters around this dude, man, because he seemed like a creep. And yeah, I hope he gets what he deserves. God's gonna fix his clock.
But you know what was so crazy is that he inboxed me. It was about 2 o'clock this morning. He said on my inbox, I got the receipts, and I'm gonna keep those too, because I have to. My life story has to have the receipts in the timelines. And he said, I was drunk. I don't remember. I said, one thing I was taught is that a drunk tells the multitude of a heart. You've been feeling this way because it happened before, and I brushed it off and I stopped coming around you. I said, but this time was different. I said, you got so angry that I rejected you, and you're not my man. And I just, it bothered me, so I just blocked him. I blocked him.
So here we go. Hey, fellas, let me just say this. You got to respect a woman, man. You got to respect her when she says no. Because to me, that's the most respect that a woman can ever show me, is by telling me no. Because I like being told no. My wife told me no when I first met her. She said, no, I don't know you like that, bro. And I had to respect that. And I did. So I went on my own merry way. We stayed friends, but I still did my thing, but I did it with other women. But because we were friends,
another one will.
because we were friends, though, she was like, oh, you know what? This is cool. I could dig the vibes. Hey, this is your life. That's what you want to do. But just remember, you ain't the only one in that relationship.
That's
so
right.
if you're not happy, then it's something that she's not doing too.
Yeah.
So my
it's not
current
just
wife.
One-sided. Sometimes it's just, the chapter says ended. Sometimes
you move on. Like everybody grows apart. Like maybe I'm going one way, she's going the other way, or maybe I'm stagnated and she's trying to grow, and it's like it's not working. We're not evenly yoked. But see, that's okay. See, that's okay. But you got to communicate that. You know, a lot of guys, they don't know how to speak. And so when it comes down to how they feeling inside, they don't know how to talk about it. Because the guy has been programmed to keep your mouth shut, to keep your feelings inside. Don't talk about it, because that's a girly move. Don't show your emotions. But fellas, I'm here to say this. When you show your emotions and you talk about it and you let your heart out, that's a manly thing to do.
That shows strength. Okay.
That's the
when
strongest
you let
thing.
Yourself out there, when you let yourself out there, you're saying, look, come and get it. I gave you all of me. It is what it is. You have every reason at this point, when you've given all of you, to fight for yourself. That's why people, they be like, why are you so aggressive? I have to be, because I gave you all of me.
Yeah. And that's the thing, man. When you're in a relationship, fellas, when you get in a relationship with a woman and you start off with a lie about how you're going to treat her like she's the best woman in the world, the only one for you, and then you see another female and then you like throw yourself on her too. And then it's like maybe your girl, maybe your lady didn't see it at first. Maybe she, was not reading the signs. Then eventually somebody tells her, "Hey, yo, I seen your man over with shorty the other day around the corner over there at that bar. Remember that club over there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you thought he was at work because he told you he was going to work that night. He was doing overtime or something like that. But no, he was at that club over there with shorty.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you can ask shorty because she'll tell you, she'll verify it. I'm not trying to snitch. I'm just trying to show you I'm your friend. I want you to see you happy. And so but you don't take my word for it because you're like, nah, he told me this, but I'm gonna give my man the opportunity to come up front and be real with me, because that's all a woman wants, folks. Is she wants a man to be honest, even if it's against himself, even if the man can't be. Maybe he did something wrong. Maybe he was at the club, but maybe he wasn't with that girl. Maybe he was with him. He was just with his fellas, and that female just happened to be there, and somebody saw it at the wrong time. But if he's not truthful, if he still comes out and says, "Well, I told you I was at work that night, so that's where I was," and so then she runs into a coworker. She says, "I'm gonna just call one of his coworkers up because that's our homeboy, and he's always honest with me." And he says, "Nah, he wasn't here that night. I don't know what he was saying." So now you're caught up. Now you lied to her. She know you lied. She had to backtrack that, but she verified everything. See, women do investigations, folks.
Oh yeah, top flight security of the world, Craig. We don't play.
Yeah, especially a black woman. A black woman will not let it sit out without her facts.
Man, she's better than
she's not going to come out and like accuse you. She's not going to take nobody's word for it. But if you lie, her spider senses start going up. Her antennas start raising. She says, "I don't buy this shit here. This doesn't make sense to me."
Yeah, it don't line up. It don't line up.
Yeah, and so now she got some evidence. She got receipts, folks. She got receipts.
Come on.
See, that's what some women do, and that's a strong black woman would do that.
A real woman gonna have receipts.
especially when the woman that has pride. A strong woman.
She's gonna have receipts. She's not gonna snap. A real woman's not gonna snap unless she has receipts, and so it'll be evidence. So when she dropped the mic, it's done. Okay.
Yeah. So fellas, don't think you could do dirt and get away with it for so long, because what's done in the dark comes out in the light. It always does.
Come on.
It always does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this part is going on the podcast because this was dope. I'm not gonna put it on the radio show.
We can do this once a month, and I got artists. I produce artists too, so I got a couple of artists. So get ready.
Well, you can send me the artists, and I can have the same type of conversations I'm having with them.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's why they could talk about it. Yeah, this is different. This is different. I'm doing something different now. Something I didn't know I was going to do, that I wanted to do, that I needed to do. But today I realized I need this. This is something that helps me. This is fulfilling my heart right now. My heart is full right now. I don't know if you can see it.
Therapy.
Yeah. So this is really a good liberating experience for me.
Thank you.
And I love what we're talking about. So we got to definitely go talk about this all the time. Got to come back and talk about these relationships.
Yes, I like that.
This is a good conversation because I'm half black and white. You're full African American, but
no, I'm actually Cherokee Indian.
That describes the cheekbones right there.
And that on
and
top of Jamaican, so I have island in my blood. I'm yes.
I know you could cook. I know you cook your ass off.
Yes. So that's one of my other things.
I gotta come down there and just get something to eat.
Come on now.
Because I know you feed people. Like I know because I come down to Alabama. You be like, I know you're hungry, Andrew. I know you're hungry.
And that's me. You know it's me. It's like me already. I'm like that.
So then you'll
I'm
make
like,
me
you
a
hungry?
plate. Then you'll make me a man's plate. That's what you call a man's
There you
plate.
go. And see, I'm the
And
type
then
to
you'll
bring
be,
it to you.
then you be packing that plate up to the top full of
To the
food.
rim.
Yeah. And then I'm looking at this food like, oh my God, I don't know if I can eat all this.
But
Then I
hey,
know I
the
got
more you
to.
go in, the more you open
Then I
up.
know I got to, because if I don't, that's disrespect.
But you know what, though? I'm the type, look, you can take it home because Zepto was a better anyway.
Yeah, just put it in the microwave, baby. You'll love it tomorrow.
Yeah, come on now.
It'll be all marinated. All the seasons will be in it by then. So go ahead and put it in. I got some aluminum foil in a drawer over there, baby.
Come on now, wrap that on.
Matter of fact, I got some Tupperware up in the cabinet. So go on there and get in that cabinet.
You know we got Tupperware.
Just make sure you bring me back my bowl. Bring me back my bowl.
No, look, I got Tupperware that you can have it to go. Because you're going to have to bring it back when you want some more food.
Oh, you got that Family Dollar Tupperware.
Yeah, got the little spaces in there. You got that's your first one. Come and get your plate.
Ooh, I got some of those.
Yeah. So you want to talk about the brand new?
Yeah, brand new. Hold on. Let me set up. Oh man. So let's talk about the next song, Brand New, from Jada Flowers. How did that come about?
New. That song, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a person that listens to the spirit. And it's so crazy because Brand New was still a story in which, you know, when you leave a certain segment in your life, it can be loves, it can be whatever, you begin to evolve into this new person, new creature after you done been through the storm. You know what I mean? And what that was is it was a time where God, and I'm gonna be honest with you, this is what God told me to do. He said, this song, you're gonna go out in front of Tyler Perry Studios and you're gonna sing it. And I was like, why? Because the intro of it has the diary of a mad black woman, when she talked about all you did was take life from me. I had 2 miscarriages. You see what I'm saying? That part when he was in that wheelchair, it resonated so hard because I remember being a woman trying to give birth to this man that I loved, and all of the stress kept taking them babies from me. You know what I mean? But see, what God was doing was keeping that situation from turning into something bigger, knowing he was not going to be there. So that song is like, you know, honey, you got me brand new. You got me up and down, waiting on you. Honey, you got me brand new. You got me up and down, waiting on you. And see, the first part is, look, the way you've been acting got me feeling some type of way, feeling in and out of these streets, staying out all late, hanging with your homeboys, leaving me to do everything. You know this gotta change. Oh, I gotta leave today. Yeah.
You got that blues voice, that down home soul voice.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I know some artists that would really love your style, man.
Thank you.
You are very good. Your voice is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. You have my heart wrenching just now, man. Like if I wanted to cry right now, I probably would, because you talk to the soul, the inner person of the inner person. You talk to that heart of a person. Yes. Like when they hear you sing, it's just like God is shining through you, and you let him use like you as a vessel.
Yeah, I feel like what it is like God is trying to shine a light in a dark space, and I'm that light. I've always been, it's like he's seeing me in some of the craziest places. Can you imagine when God says, get up and you're going to go to these prisons and you're going to sing and you're like, I'm not orchestra. I don't have any kind of title. He said, you're going to go out and you're going to evangelize. You don't need a paper for that. He said, you go and you do those things. Didn't know that he was already setting up my mother and her movement You see what I'm saying? And so I just look at it like, okay, I just got to do what he tell me to do. I may not know why. Just get it done. Just like even with you, I had to step out on faith even with this. Because you got so much going on. You see what I'm saying? So many people trying to do this or trying to do that, but it's not for the better. So I just was like, look, I'm head first. Let's get it.
Yeah, and I really appreciate you coming through today. And I can't wait to dig into this song brand new. And
Okay.
folks, like I said, what like she said, you could find her Jada Flowers on all platforms: SoundCloud, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I mean, the woman is everywhere. You know, if you don't find Jada Flowers, it means you're lazy. You can even Google Jada Flowers. I know she'll pop up like a Pop-Tart out of a toaster.
Come on. And if not, you can Google Yolanda Flowers, and that is the queen, and that's my mother. And it'll give you a rundown. I'm the only girl.
Shout out to Yolanda Flowers. I definitely got to get her on my show.
Yes,
talk to her too.
To.
Maybe put you on the show together. Mother-daughter thing. That'd be dope.
Yeah, me and her got a song as well. So next time you can talk about the governor's song.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah.
You guys are in Alabama. And that place is going through it right now. It's so underfunded. And
yes,
the Republicans are not giving you your money. They're keeping it within themselves.
To make more prison.
That's why everything's so damn expensive, because they got high taxes. They tax you to feed the wealthy. And that's why there's no middle class in Alabama. It's either you're broke or you're rich.
Top or bottom. That's it.
These Republicans are so crooked out there, and they've been like that for a long time. But it's time for the people to rise up and to demand change and to take it to the next level. I mean, defeat the governor, man. Put him off the pasture, man.
He got to go.
Up the mayors. It starts with local leadership, folks. You got to build it, and you got to do it by the communities. Yes. And so you got to be together on this. That's really important, is unity. See, they designed this country for us to be divided.
That's right.
That's why they created Republicans, Democrats, so you'll be divided.
When we was one nation. We was one nation at one point. That's why I said one nation, under God and invisible. But then when they branched it off, just like you got with Bloods and Crips, before it was all Black Panther, and then they branched off. See, when we go this way, it's no more power. Whenever you look at your fist, you can't hit nobody with a fist with your hands open. You have to ball them and put them together. So we got to come together.
And that's my biggest goal and mission. And this is why I created the podcast and this radio show, is to give people an outlet, a voice, and put it on these platforms so people can hear them speak. So Jada and I, folks, I'm making it official right now. Jada and I are going to come back every month to give you a show, but it's not going to be called Let's Chat and Jam or Undiscovered Gemz. It's something totally different. And it's going to be Jada and I co-hosting this show together once a month. Eventually, maybe we could do a regular podcast where we could go live for everybody to tap in at the same time.
Come on now.
On their respective platforms. We're going to do that. But first, we're going to start out small, and because I know she's got a lot of things going on. And so I'm going to respect your time, Jada Flowers, but I love this conversation. I love where it's going. I love where it went. I love how it started. I'm feeling optimistic about the future. And I'm feeling optimistic because of people like you.
Awesome. Thank you.
That I see are still doing good things and living and giving the good fight.
That's right. That's right.
And you haven't given up on people. And
that's right.
You've been through a lot of stuff in your life. You've been hurt.
Yeah.
You've been abused. You've been used. you've been treated like yes, second citizen, like you didn't have no rights, because some guys just don't give a damn about women, and there's some women that don't give a damn about women, and
That's
there's some
right.
guys that don't give a damn about guys.
Just human rights and all. We just don't care.
Yeah, it's time for us to stop all that division, bickering stuff, and figure out why you're angry in the first place. You know,
that's right.
Fellas, here's my suggestion: get some counseling, get some therapy. You know, before you hop in a relationship, get to know who you are first.
There you go.
And sometimes talking to a therapist really works.
That's right.
And you know, and you could really get the best of yourself out of that session, because now you get to know who you are, because you're putting it outside of yourself. So that's fellas, be vulnerable, man. Allow yourself to be vulnerable, because then you can heal. Because when you get to put what you're feeling outside of yourself, now you can take perspective. Now you get a fresh perspective, and now you can take, okay, let me see what's going on, and now I could do some homework, and I can really better myself, because now I know where the faults are.
That's right.
But when you're in a relationship, that's what your woman is there for. Your woman is there to be your sounding board. So when you got ideas, a real woman has got your back no matter what.
And she's gonna nourish all of your thoughts. She's gonna be able to define all of your strongest attributes. She's gonna be able to sharpen that. And so people be, you know, like when you get in a relationship and you're trying to figure out, like, why am I going through so much, and I'm with this woman, and ain't nothing changed, but now I'm with this woman, everything, I can't pay a bill, can't do this. Sometimes you got to realize somebody is not your best. It's not for you. It's not connected for you. So if it's not connected, it's gonna mess the connection up in your everyday life. And I watch people like, man, I ain't changed nothing, but since such and such been in my life, I've been going through it. That's something to think about.
Yeah, it really is. Well, without further ado, folks, we're gonna play the song "Brand New" from Jada Flowers, and that's coming up right now. And I already have a closeout for my show after the show's over, because this one is going to be long. So I'm going to end that one. So see, I'm going to really chop it up. So it's going to sound different when you hear it.
Or you can do it in a 2-part thing or so. However you want to do it. You got enough footage.
Yeah, well, I'm going to definitely put this out on video too, because I like this show. This one was good.
And you need to make sure you send it my way so I can put it on up and everything.
Oh, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you the whole thing.
When you get
I'm going to send it to you unedited. You're going to get the whole thing.
That's fine. That's fine. Guess what? You're going to be in my movie.
Well, I was going to say, I better be in that movie.
You got to be, because you're part of my life. Okay.
I'm going to end this. I'm going to end the recording, but we're going to still chat real quick before I go.
Okay.
I'm going to stop recording. But
and then you can